So if you watch my previous like 2 videos, you know that recently, past couple months, I've been trying to lose weight. I've actually lost probably around 20 pounds, somewhere 15, 20 pounds. I don't really know. The freaking scale I have at the house is like, sometimes it like blows my mind. Like, you know, one time I got on it, it said 314, and I got on it like the next morning, which was like 8 hours, obviously after that, and it was like 301. I'm like, how did I lose 13 pounds in my sleep? But anyway, I don't really know how much I've lost, but I can definitely tell in my work uniform, my pants are a little loose. I keep having to pull them up a little bit, and the belt I have, I'm on the last hole, which is crazy because I was like 2 holes above that one like a few months ago, and it was tight. So I know I'm losing weight. I would say 15, 20 pounds I think I've lost. But anyway, I want to talk about cheat day or cheat meal or whatever, because when you're like changing your lifestyle, especially like food wise, that's so hard because you build so many habits and routines that you know, it kind of gets hard. So every once in a while, I think it's necessary to have a cheat day so you're not like just getting out of control, you know, because those foods were a habit and they were a routine, and it's like you don't want to completely go cold turkey because you might end up rage quitting and just binge eating everything. So I think maybe it's different for everybody, but for me, I think it's okay to have a cheat day every once in a while. Not every day or every week, obviously. Maybe every other week or once a month or whatever. I still haven't figured that out yet, but cheat day is important to me, at least like psychologically. It's sort of like a reward, I would say. That's how I use it. I'm like, hey, you know, if I can fast and not mess up for 2 weeks, like I'm gonna go eat some Chick-fil-A or something. So that's what I did. And it went a little crazy because it was like I had a family get together this past weekend, and it was my nephew's birthday, and then I went to my cousin's house for a bonfire. So, you know, I went to Chick-fil-A, and then I went over to my nephew's party, and there's like nachos and hot dogs and stuff, and you know, I did eat that crap because I'm freaking fat. And anyway, the whole time I was thinking though, like while I'm doing, I'm like, come on, dude, don't be like that. Don't just go right back to your old miserable ways. And I guess this video is kind of about like how to deal with a cheat day and how to get out of the funk of a cheat day. Because with me, as soon as I ate all that crap, in the moment feels great. I'm like, hey man, this is great. This tastes good. And then like, you know, 30 minutes later, I'm like, God, why did I do that crap, you know? I think it's important while you're doing it though, to be conscious of it. Like not to just totally forget about everything, all the work you've done, you know, like be conscious of it. Like, look, this hot dog I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna pay for this, you know, and this is not good. This isn't something you should like be so proud of yourself. It's just, I don't know really how to say it, but cheat day is necessary, but at the same time, you can overdo it, and then maybe you do one cheat day and you're like, man, well, what if I cheat tomorrow or later today, and you go over the top with it. I think it's just important just to get that one meal, or maybe that one day where it's like 1 or 2 meals that you kind of indulge in. But other than that, like I was pretty, like I've been fasting, right? I've been fasting like anywhere between 20 and 24 hours a day sometimes. And so what I did was I stayed up till like 3 in the morning, and I drank a couple of beers, which Michelob Ultra, I guess. Either way, I drank a couple of them, like 2 or 3 beers, and I ate all that bull crap, and I ended up going to sleep at like 3 in the morning, and then I fasted for 40 hours. I didn't really want to, because I remember waking up the next day, and it was my day off, and I was just like, oh God. I kind of had the urge to go do my routine, like go eat fast food, go get sweet coffee drinks and stuff, because my energy was low and I felt like I wanted that stuff. And then I just had all these urges mentally. Obviously I didn't do it. I didn't go do those things, thankfully, but it was hard. And then I just decided, hey, I'm not gonna eat for I don't even know how long. And I ended up coming up to come to conclusions of 40 hours. So I ended up eating 40 hours later, and I went right back to where I was before the cheat day. And I felt so proud of myself, because a lot of times I've started a diet or a new lifestyle, and then something comes up, because that's usually what happens. Usually an event comes up, a wedding, a birthday or a holiday comes up, and you're like, well, I guess I'll just not fast today, or I will eat this junk food, but it'll be okay. And then next thing you know, it's like every weekend, and then Saturday and Sunday, and then maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then just goes downhill from there. And I've done that. So I tried not to do it this time, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't go revert right back to the old me. I'm very proud of myself for that. And I would say the same, for you, if you're trying to do something along those lines, fasting or just eating better, just stay focused. Even if you are having a cheat day, keep reminding yourself, this is temporary. I'm not going to eat this bullcrap forever. And maybe try to learn a little bit about the inside of the body, so you will feel bad about eating bad food, because you realize what it's actually doing, instead of just like how I always approached it was, it's like my parents would say, this is good food, this is bad food. So if I saw bad food, I'd say, oh, it's just bad food, but I would still eat it, because I didn't really know what was going on chemically inside my body. So I just said, bad food, whatever, who cares? But like, once you know what's happening in your body and some of the potential dangers and effects it has, it changes your mind a little bit and makes it a little bit harder to eat that stuff. And not saying that you can't go back to those ways, but it's a little better. It's a little easier once you kind of like figure out what's going on in the inside, because usually when we talk about weight loss, it's all appearance, weight loss transformations. And they're most of the time talking about the external, the outside of the body, which is important. But how did all that get there? It came from what you're putting inside the body, and what all the imbalances and chemical reactions inside the body create the outside. So I think that's the problem. Like, if you're going to cut down a tree, right, you got to get down to the root of it, and you got to cut out the whole tree. And that's the same thing here. Maybe look on the inside of the body and see what the heck's going on. And it may motivate you to not even touch bad food no more. Sodas and fried foods and processed and refined foods, store-bought crap. It may motivate you to not touch that stuff. And that's kind of what happened to me. I kind of watched some educational content on like dissection of like overweight people, and it freaked me the heck out when I saw some of the crap that goes on inside the body. And it's easy to ignore, because you don't see the inside of your body. All you see is the outside. And somebody like me, I'm like 6 foot, I'm kind of taller, and I hold my weight pretty well. So like, obviously you could tell I'm chunky and I'm a heavier guy, but it's not like out of control. Everybody's like, when I tell them my weight, they're like, yeah, right, you don't weigh that much. So it always made me feel better about myself, like self-esteem wise. But I still didn't feel good about myself, like, because I knew what I was eating and how much I was eating, and all the bad habits those people didn't get to see. So just because it doesn't really matter what you look like. Some of the most unhealthy people are skinny. So that's the thing. So I would advise everybody, just maybe read up on a little bit about the inside of the body and how it works, and how it digests food, and how it breaks apart food, and what is used and what's not used. And I'll leave a link actually in the description to a doctor that I have been watching on YouTube. And he's really awesome. He has tons of videos making it very simple, like simple descriptions of how this all works. And he explains it so anybody can understand it, because trust me, I don't know jack crap about anything to do with the body. Like, medically, I don't know nothing. So like, watching his channel was very good, and hearing it from an actual doctor is very encouraging as well. And there's a lot of easy ways to change. So anyway, this whole video obviously is way too long because I always talk too much, but it's essentially about the cheat day and getting, indulging and then moving on real quick and just going right back to it, staying motivated, refocusing, remind yourself of why you want to lose weight in the first place. And the more reasons you can come up in your head why you have to lose weight and make it where you have to, the more chances are that you'll actually do it and stick with it, because that's obviously the hardest part. The easiest part is starting. That's pretty easy. But like staying, keeping the momentum going and actually following through and hitting the goals, big difference. It's kind of like New Year's resolutions. People get a gym membership January 1st and usually don't go back after February. So I've been that person. So especially with dieting. So let's not be let's not be that person anymore. Let's actually do something about it. Let's grow. Let's educate ourselves, and let's do something big. Anyway, thanks. See you later.